The story follows a beekeeper named Adam Clay, who is busy collecting honey from his bees at a property owned by an elderly woman, Mrs. Parker. Adam rents Mrs. Parker's shed to use as a space for his beekeeping business. While Adam is packing jars of honey, Mrs. Parker is working on her computer when she receives a strange notification. The message claims her computer has a problem and provides a phone number for technical support. Not being tech-savvy, Mrs. Parker calls the number, hoping to fix the issue. Unfortunately, the call leads her into a scam. The scammers deceive Mrs. Parker, convincing her to share sensitive information, which results in her losing her life savings. Meanwhile, unaware of Mrs. Parker's situation, Adam decides to bring her a jar of fresh honey as a friendly gesture. When Adam arrives at the house, however, he finds a tragic scene. Mrs. Parker has died by what seems to be an accident, and her daughter, Verona, is in distress. Verona, overwhelmed by the situation, jumps to the conclusion that Adam may have been involved somehow, leading the police to question him. After spending a night in police custody, Adam is cleared of any wrongdoing and released. Realizing her mistake, Verona later visits Adam to apologize for the misunderstanding, recognizing that he had nothing to do with the tragic events surrounding her mother. The story takes a deeper turn as Verona and Adam uncover the scam that caused Mrs. Parker's financial ruin, leading them to seek justice for her and others who might have fallen victim to the scheme. The story takes a surprising turn as it's revealed that Verona, Mrs. Parker's daughter, is actually an FBI agent. She quickly coordinates with her team to gather more information about the cybercriminals who scammed her mother. It turns out this group has been operating for over 2 years and has managed to avoid capture due to a lack of solid leads. But the bigger twist comes when Adam Clay, who everyone believed to be just a humble beekeeper, pulls out a hidden phone from one of his beehives. He contacts a covert government division, requesting the exact location of the cybercriminals responsible for Mrs. Parker's death. It's revealed that Adam is a former special agent who once worked for a top-secret government unit. Without wasting time, Adam sets out for the criminals' hideout, carrying 2 jerry cans of gasoline with him. He has no intention of negotiating. Adam plans to burn the entire place down unless the guards step aside. The guards, sensing the threat, are left with no choice but to let him through, understanding that Adam is a man of action, not words. Adam's determination to bring down the criminals stems not just from his professional past, but from a personal sense of justice for what happened to Mrs. Parker. His no-nonsense approach leaves no room for error as he steps into the lion's den, ready to bring an end to the cybercrime ring once and for all. As Adam stormed into the cybercriminals' headquarters, he calmly ordered the employees to leave. Instead of fleeing, they laughed, mocking him. Realizing he had no other option, Adam decided to make his point clear. With swift precision, he knocked out one of the employees and doused the computers with gasoline, making it clear he wasn't bluffing. Moments later, Garnet, the manager of the operation, arrived with more security guards. This only escalated the situation. Adam, trained and skilled, took them all down in a brutal fight, leaving no room for mercy. He set off an explosion, leveling the building and wiping out their entire operation. As Garnet watched his empire crumble, he frantically called his boss, Derek. Derek, a young, spoiled rich kid who ran this underground cybercrime network, was enraged upon hearing about the destruction. He rushed to seek help from Wales, his mother's trusted confidant, who held a high-ranking position in the government. However, Wales, tired of Derek's constant troublemaking, refused to help him this time. With no choice but to act on his own, Derek instructed Garnet to trace down their victims, suspecting that one of them might be behind the attack. Wasting no time, Garnet and 3 hired thugs began tracking down each victim, hoping to find the one responsible. When Garnet finally realized that Adam, the beekeeper he had previously met, was the one behind the explosion, he set out to confront him. But before heading to Adam's hideout, Garnet made a critical mistake. He ordered his men to destroy Adam's beehives, thinking it would weaken him by targeting the one thing Adam cared about the most. What Garnet didn't realize was that this was his biggest error. Had he only lost his building, Adam might have let it slide. But by destroying Adam's livelihood, the one thing that meant everything to him, Garnet ignited a fury far greater than anything he could have anticipated. Upon arriving at Adam's warehouse, Garnet and his men made another foolish mistake. Not only did they destroy the beehives, but they also shattered every bottle of honey in sight. When Adam returned and saw the destruction, they sealed their fate. Garnet would soon regret ever crossing paths with Adam. The consequences were brutal. Garnet's right-hand fingers were cut off, leaving him alive solely to deliver a warning to his boss, Derek. Later, as Garnet drove across a raised drawbridge, he took the opportunity to call Derek and report his failure. But before he could finish, Adam appeared. Without hesitation, Adam tied Garnet's body to his car, which dangled precariously off the bridge. The car plummeted, taking Garnet with it. In that moment, Adam calmly picked up Garnet's phone, which was still connected to Derek.
You haven't told me your name.
On the other end, Derek, the arrogant heir to a wealthy empire, scoffed at Adam's actions. Full of overconfidence, Derek warned Adam that he had just picked a fight with the wrong man, boasting about his untouchable status and promising to come after Adam first. Meanwhile, FBI agent Verona, while investigating the explosion at Garnet's facility, received grim news. Her mother's house had burned down, with the bodies of 3 thugs found inside. Suddenly, everything clicked. The connection between Adam Clay, the beekeeper renting her mother's shed, and the recent chaos became undeniable. Elsewhere, Derek, feeling the pressure of his crumbling cybercrime empire, turned to Wales for help. Wales, a former high-ranking government official who had once run powerful operations, contacted an old acquaintance at the CIA. They needed answers. Who was this Adam Clay? The truth that came to light was chilling. Adam Clay wasn't just a simple beekeeper. He was part of a highly classified government program known as the Beekeeper Program, a secret initiative designed for covert missions and large-scale eliminations. The agents chosen for this program were not ordinary soldiers. They possessed extraordinary skills, surpassing even the best-trained operatives. Adam Clay, now retired, had once been one of the most feared agents in the program, known for never failing a mission. Realizing the danger they faced, Wales, who had been entrusted by Derek's mother to protect him, demanded action. She pressured the CIA to deploy another beekeeper agent to hunt down Adam Clay. No matter the cost, the hunt was on, and Adam, once again, was being pulled back into the world he had left behind. But this time, the stakes were personal. At a gas station, Adam was refueling when suddenly, a beekeeper agent appeared from behind. Without missing a beat, Adam swiftly overpowered the brutal agent, taking him down with precision. In a total and calculated move, Adam severed one of the agent's fingers to use as a fingerprint, granting him access to the agent's hidden residence. Meanwhile, back at the CIA headquarters, the head of the division reported the failure of the beekeeper agent to Wales. Surprisingly, the entire beekeeper division, known for its elite operatives, decided to withdraw from the mission. They chose not to interfere with Adam's hunt. Wales now found herself alone, forced to protect Derek without the aid of the Beekeeper program. With no other choice, Wales gathered a team of CIA operatives, her most trusted and skilled agents from the past. These operatives were the best of the best, and she placed her hopes on them to not only protect Derek but, if the opportunity arose, eliminate Adam. Back to Adam, who had successfully infiltrated the Beekeeper agent's residence using the severed finger. Inside, he meticulously gathered crucial information about Derek's other business operations. Meanwhile, at FBI headquarters, Verona was connecting the dots. She suspected that Adam's next target would be one of Derek's company buildings, just like the one he had previously destroyed. The FBI director, taking no chances, ordered a team of special forces to secure the building. However, as the FBI approached the site, they were intercepted by CIA operatives who had already taken control of the areas under Wales's command. A tense standoff ensued, with the CIA firmly telling the FBI to stay outside, let them handle the situation. Inside the building, a company manager was giving a briefing to his employees when the CIA stormed in, urging everyone to leave for their own safety. Instead of complying, the manager demanded the CIA agents speak directly to Derek, revealing just how much control Derek held over his operations. Despite the authority of the CIA, the manager made it clear that Derek wasn't just any young man. His influence ran deep. The CIA lead was visibly powerless, as Derek calmly instructed them not to disrupt his employees, but to simply protect the building without interfering with his business. Outside, the tension continued to rise. While the CIA agents were strategizing and dividing tasks, Adam, true to his unstoppable nature, didn't bother with stealth or elaborate plans like most action heroes. Instead, he went in full force, smashing through their defenses with raw power. In a brazen move, Adam crashed into the scene, taking on the heavily armed CIA operatives head-on, showing once again why he was not someone to be trifled with.
Okay, are you fucking nuts? One of these pricks split with us.
These assholes are not innocent.
With his intelligence, Adam hid inside the elevator shaft, cleverly luring the CIA team into the lift. Once they were inside, he took them down with precision. Adam then re-entered the building to interrogate the manager about who his boss was and where he lived. Both Adam and the audience were shocked to discover that Derek was none other than the son of the newly inaugurated President of the United States. The potential for this case to explode into a massive public scandal was immense. When Verona and the FBI arrived, Adam quickly fled the scene, but Verona was equally stunned to find Derek's photo on the manager's laptop, realizing that Derek was behind the shady company. After further investigation, Verona uncovered even more disturbing facts. Revenues from the scam had been funneled into the president's campaign fund. This meant that the most powerful person in America was indirectly involved in the criminal enterprise, with Derek merely acting as a front to manage the illegal operations. Since this revelation implicated national security, Verona's superior ordered her to stay silent and focus on her duties, promising to handle the situation at the highest level of investigation. Meanwhile, at the president's residence, heightened security measures were put in place to protect Derek from Adam. Even Verona, an FBI agent, was assigned to guard the high-profile presidential event. Wary of Adam's impending retaliation, Wales hired a notorious mercenary leader named Lazarus to ensure Derek's safety. Adam, ever resourceful, was already enacting his plan. He used the sewer system to infiltrate the president's estate and managed to sneak in by posing as one of the mercenary guards. Once inside, he changed his disguise again, blending in as a guest at the presidential event. Derek was seen mingling with his mother, the president, who was confronted by Verona's superior regarding the campaign funds allegedly linked to Derek's illegal business. Shockingly, the president had no idea about her son's illicit activities. Yes, Derek had been secretly managing his illegal activities without his mother's knowledge, complicating the situation even further. The tension escalated when Verona's superior overheard Derek confessing. In a panic, Derek attempted to flee, but was caught in a heated exchange with Adam. Meanwhile, Adam, who had been blending in with the event's guests, intentionally revealed his presence to Verona, causing security personnel to focus on him. In a calculated move, Adam activated a diversion using a tactical distraction, allowing him to move towards Derek's location. He skillfully incapacitated the mercenaries guarding the premises. As Adam advanced, he faced his biggest challenge, Lazarus, the mercenary leader, who was still alive and challenged Adam to a duel. Lazarus, confident in his abilities, underestimated Adam, who had years of experience in tactical combat. After a tough fight, Adam managed to defeat him, securing his path forward. Wales, a key figure involved in the conspiracy, attempted to reason with Adam, urging him to reconsider his actions. But Adam, determined to bring Derek to justice, pressed on. When he reached Derek, he found Derek trying to hide behind a complex web of defenses, but not using his mother or anyone else as leverage. As Adam confronted Derek, Verona and her team arrived at the scene. A tense standoff ensued, but Verona, now understanding Adam's motives, allowed him to leave quietly. She realized that exposing Derek's actions would not only resolve the immediate threat, but also bring justice to the illegal operations. With everything resolved, Adam gathered his gear and slipped away into the night, once again disappearing into the shadows. And so, the film ends.